Jones with the Wayne County Public Library, and today we're going to talk about my favorite little guys, the owls. So we have an O for, can you guess what owl starts with? Owl starts with a O. So can you go, O. Owls. So the owls in the tree say hoo, hoo, hoo. Can you act like an owl and go hoo, hoo, hoo? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Good job. So I want to show you a couple of my cool little pictures of my friends the owls. This book is written by Elaine Landau. It is a non-fiction book, so that means everything that's in this book is true. So owls are true. I'm sure you've seen pictures of owls, or you've heard about owls, or if you listen really carefully of a night, you can hear the hooing of an owl. Okay, so the illustration credit goes to Shutterstock. So there's real pictures in this book, and it was printed in the United States. It is an imprint of Enslow Publishers Incorporated. So we finally found it. So there's that friend the owl. So we have owl enemies. We're going to talk about that. Owl enemies. Larger adult owls have predators or animals that eat them, but when they are young, they are in more danger. About half of the owl chicks do not grow into adults. Other animals will get to them when they are young. Smaller animals have many enemies. Larger owls have coyotes, weasels, hawks, raccoons, and other animals may get to them. An owl's coloring often helps to hide it. This is known as camouflage, the you can't see me trick. So, some owls' brown and gray feathers blend in well with tree bark. It is hard to spot one roosting in a tree. Saw-whet owls roost in the densest part of trees. Predators cannot easily see them there. The mostly white snowy owl lives in open areas as far north as the Arctic. Its white feathers make it hard to spot as well. Can you find the snowy white owl? It's right here. You can see it, but if there were other trees around it or bushes, you probably wouldn't be able to see it because I wouldn't. The snowy owl blends in well with its snowy home. And then we have some cool facts that I'm going to read to you. Just about owls in general, all kinds of owls. So barn owls are sometimes called monkey-faced owls because of their white heart-shaped faces and their dark eyes. Barn owls are better at catching mice than cats are. A family of barn owls will eat about 1,300 mice a year. That's a lot of mice. I did not know that. Owl mummies have been found in the tombs of ancient Egyptian rulers. Didn't know that either. An owl has a lot of feathers on its legs and feet. This is to protect it from snake and rat bites. Owls are not the wisest birds, which we always thought they were the wisest birds. That's what me and Heather grew up hearing. Parrots, as well as some other birds, are smarter.
They can talk.
That makes sense. It is illegal to own an owl as a pet in the United States. So if you own one, don't tell us because we don't need to know. Female owls are usually bigger than males. Some scientists think that they are bigger so they can protect the nest. Others believe that females need to catch larger prey than males. So that was our little book that had information, and I'm going to show you some of my cool other books that I have. I have zoo books, and it's about owls. So can a head really spin 360 degrees, do you think? We're going to find out right quick, because I'm curious as well. Look at all the cute pictures of the owls. Oh, the wings of most birds have stiff feathers that make noise when they fly. An owl's wing feathers have soft edges so that it flies more quietly. This lets the owl listen carefully for its prey while flying close to be heard. Okay, so an owl's body is ideal for night living. They're a nocturnal animal, which means they're live at nighttime. Its superb senses help it to hunt in the dark. Owls have the best night vision of any creature on Earth. I believe that. Their hearing is even more remarkable. An owl can hear the teeny sound of a mouse stepping on a twig from 75 feet away. Owls look the way they do because they have sharpened senses. Their heads have to be large because they have huge eyes and ears. The skull is broad so that both eyes look forward, which make the owl's vision more accurate. Even the facial discs help the owls hear better. The positioning of their eyes give the owls good depth perception. Most birds have eyes on the sides of their heads, which, you know, like a cardinal or a blue jay. They have a wide visual field but only see a teeny area with both eyes. An owl's eyes look straight ahead, like I am, and to have a broader range where vision overlaps. The orange areas show the binocular or three-dimensional vision field of the birds. So here's what birds usually see, and here's what owls see. Most animals that are active at night have big eyes to catch almost all the light available. An owl's eyes are so big that they cannot be moved. The eyes are fixed straight ahead. Because its eyes cannot move, so it can't do like us, move them. Because its eyes cannot move, an owl must keep turning its head all the way around to follow a moving object. An owl's neck is so flexible it seems to be made of rubber. An owl can turn its neck so far so fast it sometimes looks as though the head is spinning like a top. Imagine that your eyes cannot move. You can only see what is right in front of you. To see right or left, you must turn your head. But still, you can only see what is ahead of you. An owl can turn its head so far to the right that it sees what is behind it. It can usually keep turning until it's actually looking over its left shoulder. It can turn its head so far to the left that it looks over its right shoulder. Starting with its head already turned as far as it will go one way, an owl can then turn its head a full circle and half in the other direction. Wow. I like the cute little picture of the owl. It's so cute. I thought that was just some cool, interesting facts. And then look at the little snowy ones. They're so cute. Oh, and our friend the owl. Okay, so to get started today, because otherwise I will just keep looking at these all day long. We do have these if you're interested in checking out some of our owl books. I want to see if I have anything in this one pertaining to snowy owls. Because we're kind of doing snowy owls. Yeah, snowy owls. So a snowy owl hunts during both day and night. It catches its food with the long claws on its feet. Snowy owls live where it is always cold. They hunt, nest, and sleep on the frozen ground. A snowy owl mother lays her eggs on a nest in the ground. When they hatch, the babies are covered in soft white feathers called down. As the babies grow, new brown feathers replace the down, and soon the young owls will fly away and hunt for their food. Look at the cute little babies. They're so cute. They're only 3 weeks old now, picture. I thought they were older than that. And it's 6 weeks old. I thought that was like a year or two. They grow up really fast. Okay, so to start with our owls today, we have the O for owl. The owls in the tree say hoo, hoo, hoo. So you can act like an owl with me when we're going to do on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The owls in the tree say hoo, hoo, hoo. Good job. So an owl is a type of bird. It has wings, it has a beak, except it looks forward. It doesn't look to the sides. So owls have sharp claws called talons. Usually these are just 3. I don't know why I had my thumb out. Usually these are just 3 claws that they have. So they have sharp claws called talons. Many owls hunt for food at nighttime. So nobody's outside, you can't hear nobody, and he's like looking for that rat or that mouse. Owls eat small animals like mice and rats. High five, Heather, I got that right. And an owl's call sounds like hoo, 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 which we just went over. So if you like playing an owl, you can do this at home as well. So our first picture is the snowy owl. Snowy owl swoops down to catch a bite to eat. Do you think he feels the cold on his white feathered feet? Probably not, because his feet look super cozy in there. I would totally be cozy if I was him, especially since it's cold outside. Okay, so the barn owl, we have a different owl. The barn owl. Barn owl keeps her chicks in a barn way high up until they are grown up and strong enough to fly. Burrowing owl lives in a hole in the ground. They will duck inside to hide if a stranger comes.
Like the book Hoot.
Yeah. I like that. This one's my favorite. I like how it looks. Great gray owl. Great gray owl guards her nest in a tree. Can you count her eggs? We're going to count them. Can you help me? We have 1, 2, 3 eggs. She has 3 eggs. Elf owl. No, it's not the elf with the pointy ears. Elf owl. You won't find an elf owl nesting in a tree. Inside a prickly cactus is the place where she likes to be. That is a strange home.
The ones at the bottom are the burrowing owls, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah, because you can see the back of it. So we have our first book that's going to start us off. We have Little Owl Snow. Look at the cute bear. It's so cute. Oh, Little Owl Snow. It's published by Penguin Young Readers. A chill cut through the forest. Little Owl fluffed his feathers. Something is happening, he thought. Green leaves turned orange, gold, and brown, and then they began to fall. Geese flew off to warmer places, navigating by starlight and honking all the way. Honk, honk. Dry fallen leaves rustled and cracked as animals scurried, preparing for the cold. Scratch, 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 scratch. Bear was eating all day and into the night. Winter's almost here, little owl said. Isn't it exciting? Winter's too cold, Bear shuddered. I'm staying in. Bear sleeps through all the fun, Raccoon whispered. You'll see. Bats disappeared into a cave. Caterpillars closed up their cocoons. Whoosh. Goodbye, Hedgehog called. I'll see you in the spring. And he wiggled into his warm winter home. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Little Owl thought he saw a moth, but it was only a leaf in the wind. The forest felt so empty now. The friends were making fog when it happened. Snow! Oh, soon the forest was blanketed in snow, its crystals glinting in the light. Tracks began to appear. Not everyone was hidden away. The little fox is so cute. Little Owl hopped atop the frozen pond, watching fish swimming underneath. How strange and wonderful it all was. But one night, Little Owl started to miss Hedgehog. Sad. Yep. Sad. Mama, Little Owl asked, how much longer till spring? Snow is like a special secret not everyone can know, Mama said. Are you ready for it to melt away so soon? The forest was very quiet. Little Owl could hear the smallest sounds. Tap, tap, tap. An icicle dripped onto a patch of slush. Mama told Little Owl he would see fireflies again. He would see Hedgehog too soon enough. Right now, though, lots of little foxes. They're so cute. It was time to enjoy the snow. It's so cute. And now the bear's asleep. It's so cute. So I hope you enjoyed that story. It's super cute. So what I've got next is one little owl. We're going to do this right quick, and then we'll get on to the rest of our stories. So this is one little owl. We're going to set our barn up. I'm going to leave my O up there for owls. Put my tree up. And I have a moon. One little owl. When the moon was new, along came another owl. So we started with one, and here comes along another one. Flap, 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 flap. And that makes two. So we have 1, 2. Can you show me 2? Good job. 2 little owls perched high up in the tree. Along came another owl, and that made, how many do you think we have now? 3. We have 1, 2, 3. 3 owls. 3 little owls flew to the barn door. So we're going to fly to the barn door. I don't think they'll all fit, but we can get them close. Along came another owl, and that made, how many do you think that is? We have 3, add 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. So 1, 2, 3, 4 owls. 4 owls lined up side by side. So we're going to put them side by side now. Lined up side. Ooh. By side. Along came another owl, and that made, how many do you think we have? We have 4, add 1 more. 5, good job. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 owls. 5 little owls all hooted. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Then they flapped their wings and away they all flew. The end. So hope you had fun helping with that little cute story. Owl Sees Owl. It's by Laura Goodwin and Rob Dunleavy. And it is published by Schwartz Wade Books, New York. Home. mama, brother, sister. Tree, nest, hop. Look. Jump, flutter, flap, fly. Fall, leaves, red, yellow. Moon, beam, eyes, gleam. Stars, twinkle, mice, scamper. Soar, glide, swoop, swoosh. Ow. Sees owl. Saw himself in the reflection. Swoosh, swoop, glide, soar. Scamper, mice, twinkle, stars. Gleam, eyes, beam, moon. Yellow, red, leaves fall. Fly, flap, flutter, jump. Look, hop, nest, tree. There's a tree.
Tree!
Sister, brother, mama, home. He made his way back home. I hope you all enjoyed that story. I thought it was so cute. Even though it had easy words, it was totally fun. Our next little story we've got is 10 Twinkly Stars that we're going to do. So this is published by Tiger Tales, and it is written by Russell Julian. So 10, can you show me 5 and then show me 5 more? We got 10. So 10, high above the sleepy jungle, 10 stars are shining bright. As lion yawns, it's time for bed. It curls up for the night. 9, so we have 5, and you show me 4, we have 9. 9 stars glow above the rabbits. They bounce back to their beds. Time to nestle in their burrow and rest their sleepy heads. 8 sparkly stars. So we have 4 and 4 more, or you can do 5 and 3. We have 8. 8 sparkly stars gleam overhead as the owls sing hoo, hoo. When evening falls, they're wide awake. They play the whole night through. Hoo, 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 hoo. 7, so we have 3 and 4. 7, the hippo stomp down to the swamp as 7 stars shine high. They're waiting for a midnight swim beneath the twinkling sky. 6, we have 5 and 1 more. 6, up in the sky, 6 bright stars wink down on the woolly sheep. The lambs skip as their mommies call, it's time to go to sleep. Bah. 5 above the dark savannah, 5 stars glint through the trees. Swish! The tall giraffes watch them twinkle in the cool night breeze. 4, so we have 4. 4 bright stars shimmer on the ice where little penguins skate. Their parents call, it's time for bed. Come on, it's getting late. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 3. As 3 stars sparkle in the sky down on the dusty land, the camels shut their sleepy eyes and snooze upon the sand. 2 in the sky above the yard, 2 stars light up the dark. Puppy curls up in his house and gives a goodnight bark. 1 outside the bear's warm cozy cave, 1 star shines through the night. The bears cuddle up together until the morning light. All tucked into their comfy beds, the animals snuggle tight. They sleep beneath the twinkly stars around the world tonight. Okay, so snowing all around. We're going to do our snowing activity again. You'll probably hear it again whenever we do polar bears. That's okay. Snowing all around. Okay, so way up high in the winter sky, 2 snowflakes caught my eye. Down to the ground they fell without a sound. And before very long, it was snowing all around. And what's so neat is it's snowing behind me. Okay, for our next book that we have The Littlest Owl. This story is so cute. And look at the cute little owl on the cover. It is by Caroline Pitcher and Tina McLaughlin. It's published by Good Books. The Littlest Owl. Deep inside a willow tree were 4 white eggs. 1 hatched, then 2, then 3. Deep inside a willow tree. So there were 4 eggs. So we have 4 white eggs. We have 1, 2, 3 that have hatched, and she still has 1 in front of her. 3 owlets blinked at the last little egg. 1 said, "It's very quiet in there." 2 said, "Maybe the baby can't get out." 3 said, "Maybe the egg is empty. Maybe there isn't a baby inside." "There is! Hoo, hoo, there's me, cried the littlest owlet, struggling free. And there sat 4, so dumpy and small, a downy white ball. It's so cute! Very cute! Deep inside the willow tree, feeding time was such a scrabble. 1, 2, 3 snatched the food. They gobbled and gulped and blinked at 4. 1 said, "Oh dear, he's dumpy." 2 said, "Oh dear, he's so small." 3 said, "He'll never grow up big and strong like us." "I will," cried 4. "Just wait and see." He scratched around in the bottom of his nest and found a worm for his tea. 1, 2, 3 grew more each day. They jostled and trampled 4, so dumpy and small, the downy white ball. Mother Owl hooted, "Don't squash him, please." "I'm fine, Mama," he chirped. "I don't mind being small at all." Such a poor little owl. 1, 2, and 3 were changing fast. They shuffled out onto a branch. They stretched their wings and launched themselves into the air. There they fluttered to and fro, as soft as moss around the tree. 4 called, "I'll fly too. Hoo, 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 hoo."
Such a sad who.
So sad. 4 hopped up and down along the branch. He spread his short wings wide and cried, "Wait for me, I'm coming with you." But 4 couldn't fly, however hard he tried. Sad. All night long, 4 bobbed and bounced. All day long he fluttered and flapped. "I will fly," he cried. "I will, I will." But he never ever left the branch. When dusk fell, 4 crept back inside the tree and tumbled into sleep. Deep inside the willow tree, the owlet snuggled up and slept. But in the woods, the wind rose up. It gathered together a terrible storm that whirled around the willow tree. The tree was old. It groaned and it creaked. "Wake up, screeched Mother Owl. "The willow tree will crack in 2. The sleepy owlets struggled out. One by one they leapt and flew and battled with the raging wind. "Come quickly, 4, cried the 1. "What if he blows away?" cried 2. "What if he still can't fly?" called 3. The wind blew 4's downy feathers flat. It bounced him like a small white ball and tried to push him from the tree. He stretched and strained and flapped and cried, "I will do it too. Hoo, hoo. Yes, I'm last and very small, but I'll never give up at all." He hurled himself high into the air. And he flew and flew and flew. And he showed them. They all are flying together. So I hope you enjoyed that story. I thought it was a super cute little story. Our next thing that we are going to do, we're going to act like an owl. So he looks to the left. Can you look to the left? He looks to the left. He looks to the right. He turns his head around and around and around, because I can't turn around in a circle. He turns his head around and around and around, and then he makes the scariest call ever. You ready? Can you help me with the call? We're going to make what the sound that owls make. Are you ready? Hoo! 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 Good job. Yes, it's so good. Try to find our next story. Rudy the Owl. This is cute. The Not So Sleepy Owl by Natasha Motino. And it is published by Dibby Publishing. Dibley. So, as the sun begins to set and the forest settles down, Rudy the Owl begins to wake and heads towards the ground. Now the forest is dark, which makes it hard to see, but Rudy has special vision that helps him dodge a tree. He flies around the forest but doesn't hear a peep. I wonder, he thought, if everyone's asleep. The chipmunks have now settled, burrowed underground. The rabbits have huddled together, sleeping safe and sound. Rudy continues to search for an animal in sight, but can't seem to find a pal that doesn't sleep during the night. Down towards the river, between the big tall spruce, there lay peacefully resting a large snoring moose. Up above the branches, safe inside a nest, was a hawk for the night, catching up on some rest. Rudy the Owl was feeling rather bored, as all of his pals were fast asleep and they all snored. All of a sudden, he heard some bushes brush, and with curiosity, he headed there in a rush. To his great surprise, there he found a raccoon who was munching on a snack as she stared up at the moon. Rudy was very excited. He finally found a friend. They started to play tag as the others joined in to attend. Brought his ball and the skunk tagged along. The wolf carried his fiddle and they started to sing along. The night was full of life as the animals gathered together. Rudy was having a blast and wished it would last forever. The sun started to rise and Rudy was very tired. All the animals returned home and boy was sleep required. As the sun rose high, Rudy's eyes shut deep. It was now his turn to fall sound asleep. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story. I thought it was so cute. Okay, for our next thing that we are going to do, we have the Itsy Bitsy Snowflake again. We'll probably do this for polar bears too. You'll see it again. So the Itsy Bitsy Snowflake. Can you put your hands up like we're going to do Itsy Bitsy Spider? The Itsy Bitsy Snowflake fell down from the sky. It landed on my nose, and then it bounced upon my eye. It slid down my cheek, and it landed on my tongue. And then it melted away. My snowflake song is all done. So our snowflake melted. Our next cute little story we have is Little Owl's Egg. And it is written by Debbie Galori, and it's illustrated by Allison Brown. So she wrote the words, Debbie did, and Allison drew the pictures for us. And it is published by Bloomsbury. Little Owl's mommy had some very exciting news. She had laid a beautiful egg. Guess what? Said Little Owl's mommy. We're having a new baby owl. No, said Little Owl. No, no, no. No, said Mommy. No, said Owl. I'm your baby owl. You don't need a new one. Mommy Owl blinked. Silly me, she said. You're right. Besides, this egg is too far quiet to be a baby owl. Perhaps it's a baby worm. They're so silent and undemanding. Just a bowl of dirt from time to time. Wouldn't that be lovely? No, said little owl. No, 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 not a wiggly worm. Ew. Mommy Owl smiled. No, she said, you're right. It doesn't wiggle. Perhaps it's a pretend egg made of chocolate. Wouldn't that be good? No, little owl sighed. Chocolate eggs are no fun. They don't know how to play, and they melt if you hug them. Mommy Owl prodded the egg. You're right, little owl. This egg is far too cold to be made of chocolate. Poor egg. Philip, it's freezing. I wonder if we're having a baby penguin. Goodness. We better go and catch some fish for its dinner. No, little owl squeaked. Not a penguin. Fish? Yuck. Mommy Owl patted the egg. What a silly mommy. Penguins' eggs are warm. It's crocodile eggs that are chilly. That's it. We're having a baby crocodile. I wonder what they eat. Little owl's eyes grew wide. No, 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 he whispered, no, 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 crocodile. Probably not, whispered Mommy. Besides, it's a huge egg, far too big to be a crocodile. Perhaps it's an elephant, yelled little owl. That would be amazing. We could have the best water fights. No, said Mommy. No, no, no. Think of our nest. That would be a catastrophe. No, you're right, said little owl. Besides, elephants can't fly, but dragons can. Ooh, I hope it's a dragon egg. Oh, goodness, squeaked Mommy. No, no, no. But it's a very splendid egg, said little owl. It must have something very special inside. Perhaps it's a baby princess wormy, cocoa, penguin, crocophilant, drog owl. I've heard that they only eat very special food. 80-legged snort beans, green gloppy gargle taters. That don't even sound good. Sounds awful, Mommy groaned. You know, continued little owl, a little owl just like me would be much more fun than a baby princess wormy, cocoa, penguin, crocofint, drago. Yes, said Mommy. We'd love a baby owl, much more than a baby anything else. Little owl put his wings around the egg and gave it a hug. Inside, a teeny heart beat steady. Thud, 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 thud. When will our egg be ready, said little owl. Soon, said Mommy. If it's a new little owl, then I'll be a new big owl, said little owl. Yes, said Mommy. You'll be my new big owl, and I'll love you always. Always, said little owl. Always, said Mommy. I hope you enjoyed that story. I thought it was super cute with those two little owls. Our next thing that we're going to do is we're going to act like we're an owl. So can you do your hands like this? You're going to take your first finger and your thumb and you're just going to pinch it together like that. And then you're going to turn it upside down like that for an owl, or you can just do it like that like an owl. So there's a wide-eyed owl, and he has a pointed nose. Can you make a pointed nose? A pointed nose. He has pointed ears. Oh no. Pointed ears and claws for toes. He sits in a tree and looks at you. And then he flaps his wings and says, are you ready? We're going to say hoo hoo. Here we go. And he says, hoo hoo hoo. Good job. You guys did so good with that. Okay, our next to last story is Hoot and Peep, A Song for Snow. And it is a snow book. It's so cute. It is written by Lita Judge and it is published for Dial Books for Young Readers. Hoot and Peep, A Song for Snow. It was Peep's first winter, and she cuddled close to her big brother Hoot. Brr. The air is crisp tonight, said Hoot. Snow will come soon. Snow, said Peep. When will she get here? Snow isn't a she, Peeps. Snow is a frozen thing that falls from the sky. Trust me, you'll like it. I'll show you the best place to wait for snow. Rain falls from the sky, said Peep. Does snow drop ploppity slop like the rain song? Does it swish and swoo like the wind song? Does it scrinkle scrattle like falling leaves? Who? Answered Hoot. He kept his answer vague because he couldn't remember Snow's song. He was only Peep's age when he saw it in the winter before. Snow is cold, Peeps. He didn't remember that much. Here, you are littler than me. You'll need this. Snow, snow, snow. Snow is cold. Snow is... Peep didn't know how to finish her song for Snow. What are you doing now? Asked Peep. Waiting for Snow, said Hoot. Why isn't Snow here yet? You said it would come. It will, said Hoot. I don't believe you. I think you just made it up, said Peep. Ah, Peeps. Try to have some patience, said Hoot. Peep decided to go find Snow for herself. She went to ask Squirrel if he had seen the snow. He hadn't. It was his first winter, too. But he did have his own song that Peep could sing. Chicka chicka choo, shippity peep, chickity choo. Suddenly, without even a whisper, a soft flake of feathery white floated down. Then another and another. The night sky filled with sparkly white. Snow is here, said Hoot. Peep realized how wise her big brother had been to wait quietly to welcome the snow. Snow's song is silence, Peep whispered. Who? Agreed Hoot. Hoot and Peep watched as the green bushes, brown trees, and gray stone turned into a soft world of white. How do we sing along with Snow? Asked Peep. We can make up our own songs, said Hoot. Hoo, sang Hoot. Sweet, sang Peep. Flomp. I know another song for Snow, said Peep. Swippity flap flap. Hoo, said Hoot. It wasn't his favorite snow song. Sweep, said Peep as she wrapped Hoot in pretty lights. It was her best way of saying, I'm sorry. That's okay, little Peeps. Flap. Hoot and Peep played as the sun crept soundlessly into the violet sky. Morning light sparkled on the snow, and the little owls grew sleepy. Then they curled up together and sang softly to each other a song of good night. The end. I hope y'all enjoyed this story. I thought it was super cute. So our last story that we have, and then I'm going to show you our craft bags. Our last story is a Lift a Flat book. I love these books so much. So it's Little Snappers Hoot Hoot Pop-Up Fun. It is published by Tiger Tales. The text by Nicola Edwards. So she wrote the words. Who is up and wide awake, skipping through the trees? Are you ready? We're going to see who's skipping. It's a little deer. She's happy here, kicking up the leaves. That's so cute. Who's that speedy fellow with mischief in his eye? We're going to look. Are you ready? See ears. Aw, it's a clever fox, and it's watching lots of birds up in the sky. Who is up high in the tree wearing a red cap? Who do you think it is? Ready? It's a busy little woodpecker going tap, tap, tap. Who comes out at sunset and howls about the moon? Are you ready? It's a hungry wolf and his tummy growls. He wants his breakfast soon. Under the quiet, starry skies, I hear something. Do you? It's a wise old owl. Hear her now calling, hoo, hoo, hoo. I hope you all enjoyed that story. I thought it was so cute. So we have 3 different craft bags that you might get this week because it's all owls. They all have the same papers in them. The craft is just different. So on this one, you will get a puzzle and some other fun stuff, and you'll have googly eyes. So with this white piece, or this black piece of paper that you have, you're going to take these white little pieces of paper and the newspaper, and you're going to make your own owl. You have a beak and eyes in there that you can decorate your owl with. There's one owl. And then our next one, you will get a black piece of paper, and you will get some white paint, a nose, and 2 eyes. So you get to paint your own owl on there. And this is for the older ages. And for our next age group, this will probably be 6 through 8 that I did this with. You will get a little styrofoam cup. You'll get 2 eyes, a beak, and 2 little feathers. And you get to make your own little owl. And it just sits around. You can make them fly. You can play with them. But that is our craft for this week, and I hope you join me next week for a polar bear. So be ready.